We figure the easiest way to find out how to build funnels in Convertri is to get your hands dirty. So this tutorial is designed to help you get a fully working sales funnel up and running as fast as possible. In this pack, you'll have everything you need to put together an opt-in funnel in the weight loss niche. You'll have copy for a simple two-part funnel, a squeeze page and a thank you page. You'll have images from Pixabay, which is probably the best public domain image site in the world. You'll have a PDF lead magnet, and this is what your prospects will get when they opt in on your page. It's been produced by our writers in-house, and you've got full rights to do anything you want with it. And you'll also get a privacy policy to cover the legal stuff, but please make sure this covers all necessary laws where you are before it goes online. So while this funnel is meant to be an example, if you want to drive traffic to it and build your own weight loss list, go for it, it's all yours. As well as this guide, we've also made tutorials to walk you through the process. Links to these videos are given at the beginning of each section, so you can access all of them from the Convertri Getting Started page. You should have downloaded your images and copy already from a link in one of our emails, but if you forgot where you put it, it's always available from gettingstarted.convertri.com. So when your Convertri account is set up, you'll get an email from us with a few tips to help you get the best from the platform. Number 1, the Convertri platform is designed for Chrome. You can use other browsers to edit your pages, but it won't work as well. However, your published pages will look good no matter what browser you're using. If you don't have Chrome, you can download it for free by searching Get Chrome. Number 2, Convertri will create a mobile page for you automatically. But because we give you a lot of page layout freedom, we can't guarantee the elements will automatically go exactly where you want them when the mobile page is generated. So it's a good idea to spend 5 or 10 minutes adjusting elements on the mobile version before you hit publish, and checking new elements have added properly whenever you edit. And finally, we're here to help. We'd love to tell you Convertri was 100% bug-free and nothing would ever go wrong, but we're constantly adding new features and updates as our users suggest them, so a few screws are bound to come loose. So if you have any problems, please get in touch with us at support@convertri.com. We'll do our very best to get back to you within one business day. You can also have a look at our help docs, which are at help.convertri.com. Also, in your welcome email, you'll find a link to set up your Convertri password. You can use anything you want, as long as it's over 6 characters. Make sure it's something memorable, because it's easy enough to change later, but who wants the hassle? When your password's set, you'll be automatically logged in. By default, Convertri will keep you logged in on your browser until you tell it to log out. So Convertri's ecosystem consists of sites, funnels, and pages. A site is all of the pages, funnels, and assets on one domain. You'll start out with one site on a convertri.com subdomain. You can add as many of these as you want, and you can also publish pages to a limited number of your own domains, or to your own hosting using the HTML export or WordPress plugin features. You can find out more about those in our help docs. But the first thing to do is create your very first site. So the first time you log into your Convertri account, you'll see a screen exactly like this. This is where you create your very first site on a convertri.com subdomain. So simply enter your account name. This can be anything you like. Don't worry about it too much. If you can't think of the perfect name now, you can make more later. Just put something in there that will get you up and running. When you've got something you like, just click Save. So within each site, you can have as many funnels as you like. To set up the first one, click Account, then click Domains, click on your brand new domain, and then click Create New. A dialog will open. Give your funnel a name, and this can be anything you want, but you can always change the name later. Click Create, and you're all done. Now you'll be able to create your first page. So click the New Page button in the Funnels section, and this will take you into the template selector. Pick a template that looks good and find out what it will look like by clicking the preview icon. But in this tutorial, we're going to show you how to create a page from scratch. So click the Create a Page from Scratch button and call the page 7 Tips for Slimming Without Starving. This will add the page to your funnel and you'll see a screen like this. Click the page card to go to the page builder. So here we are in the page builder. Let's build your first page. First of all, we'll add the main background image. So click on the image element to add it to the canvas. And the media gallery will appear. Don't worry, it's supposed to be empty right now. Click on Upload and navigate to your 7 Tips for Slimming Without Starving folder. Select the 2 images in there and click Open or Upload. Now you might notice that these are pretty big files, far bigger than you'd normally want on a web page. But never fear, Convertri automatically optimizes images when you publish. Now click Woman with Sky and it'll be added to the canvas. You can move the image around by dragging it and resize using the handles on the edge. But we're going to use a shortcut. With the image selected, you should also see the Quick Access toolbar. Clicking on Full Width makes the image automatically resize to fit the screen. You can click and drag the image to reposition, and click and drag the handles to make it taller or shorter. Convertri will only publish the portion of the image inside the canvas. So next we'll add panels for a defined top and bottom to the page design. Click or drag the panel element onto the page. It'll come out like a grey block. Not hugely ideal, so let's make it a bit more pretty to look at. With the panel selected, you should see the Elements Properties panel. If not, you can click here to open it. So here we want to change the background colour of our panel, so click on Background, and then click on Background Colour to open up the colour picker, or you can enter a hex or RGB value. Select your colour. Now make the panel full width and shrink the height so it's quite narrow by dragging the handles. Then click and drag the panel so it sits directly underneath your main image. So next we'll create the top panel. To save time, we'll just duplicate the panel we just created. And there's 2 ways to do this, and they're both good. With the panel selected, hold down the Alt key and drag. A copy will appear out of the panel. Or, with the panel selected, hit on Clone in the Quick Access toolbar. Now just put the new panel at the top of the canvas and make it about 1/3 the height of the bottom one by dragging the handles. As an optional step, you can change the colour of the page background. Convertri publishes all the way down to your lowest element, but if someone's got a big fancy resolution, they may see white space at the bottom. It's not really a problem, lots of people don't care about it, but if you don't want that to happen, hit the Page button in the top toolbar. There you can select a page background colour. Convertri automatically saves your used colours so you can make the background match your panels exactly for a seamless look. So now we need to add the page copy. But first we'll create the backing panel. Create another panel. Make it white. And set the transparency to 0.8 using the slider on the far right of the colour picker. This panel will need to be fairly large to hold all the text and the form, but don't worry about getting it exactly right at the moment as we can adjust the size later. To make positioning the elements inside the panel easy, you can centre the panel by clicking the Centre button in the Quick Access toolbar. Then, in the Properties panel, click on Borders and set the border radius to 20 in all corners. So now it's time to add some text. So click on the text element and place it inside the white panel towards the top. Then centre it using the Centre Align button to position it right in the middle. Click inside the text element and type your headline, 7 top tips for slimming without starving. You can copy and paste it straight from the Word document if you prefer. And you'll see that when the text element is selected, the Quick Actions toolbar becomes the text toolbar. You can toggle it back and forth with this button. Now highlight your headline. Change the font to Maven Pro using the font drop-down box. Change the font size to 28. Make it bold. And centre align the text. Now add another text box for your body copy. Place it inside the white panel a bit below the headline box. You might find the Element Outlines option useful for positioning things properly. You can find it by clicking Display and then toggling Element Outlines to On. But again, don't worry too much about positioning precisely. It's easy to change later when your text is all in. So now just copy and paste in your body copy from the Word document and change it to Maven Pro's 16 point. Then change the line height to 1.6. You can do this by clicking More in the text toolbar and opening the line height drop-down. Now your main text is in, you might need to make your panel a little bigger, so feel free to move the elements around until it looks good for you. Now we just need to add 3 more short bits of text. Add another text box and place it inside your white panel. In this one, type Enter your details below. Then centre align it and make it Maven Pro 12 point. Leave a gap below. Now clone this text element using the Alt-Drag method. Change the text in this new element to "We hate spam, your details are safe with us." Put this new element somewhere near the bottom of your panel. Then clone the text element one more time. Change this text to "Privacy Policy" and make it white using the font color picker. Place this element in the bottom panel and center align it. So now we'll add a form to the page. To add form elements, click on the Form Element button to open up the Form Elements tray. Drag a text input field onto the white panel and adjust the height so it's a bit shallower. When the text input field is selected, its Properties panel will hold its options. Click on Input Properties, and then change the placeholder text to "Enter your best email." Change the font to Maven Pro, and the size to 14 point. Now click on the Form Elements tray again, and drag a Submit button onto your page. Next, in the button's Properties panel, change the text to "Download Now", the font to Maven Pro, and the font weight to bold. Then, using its background properties, change the background color of the button. So now you can just move the white panel to where you want it. Select and drag the white panel and everything inside it will move with it, so you don't have to worry about repositioning everything. We think it looks better on the right. Okay, so you're pretty much done. We still need to configure the form so you can collect your customers' details and connect the privacy policy link, but we'll do that later. For now, let's look at the mobile version of your page. So you can see the mobile version of your page by clicking the Mobile View button up in the top toolbar. Convertri will try to work out where you want everything on your mobile page based on how everything is arranged on the desktop version. Because the editor is completely freeform, Convertri doesn't have a preset framework to work with, and that means it doesn't always get things 100% right. But don't worry, you can adjust elements in the mobile editor just like you can in the desktop one, so you're not stuck with what you're given. In this case, Convertri's first attempt probably is pretty good. It's not bad, but we're going to add a bit of white space so you can get a feel for using the mobile editor. So first, select each element and narrow it slightly. And don't forget, you can use the Center Align button in the Quick Access toolbar if anything gets out of place. And don't forget, you can switch on element outlines so you can see your exact changes and where everything is. You can also change the size of text on your mobile page. This won't affect the text size on the desktop version, but it will make it easier to read on smaller screens. So first, click inside the text element and select the text you want to resize. Then go up to the font size scaling on mobile drop-down. Choose a smaller size, and just maybe have a play about with it and make sure everything looks the way you want it to. Okay, so that's it, you're all done. Now let's put the page out live and see how it looks. So click on Save, and then hit Publish. You'll be asked to enter a path. This is what will go at the end of your URL. So if we type in 7 tips for slimming, this page will be available at myfirsteversite.convertri.com/7tipsforslimming. When you've entered your path, just click Publish. Up at the top, near your page name, you'll see the text Not Published Yet changed to Published, and a new button will appear called View Page. Just click it to load the live version of your page in a new tab. That loaded pretty quickly, right? So you've now got a live squeeze page. Now you'll need to create your thank you page. Have a go at this one yourself. You won't need anything you haven't learned from making the squeeze page, and in fact, since you don't need to connect a form, it'll be even easier. Create the page in the same weight loss funnel as your squeeze page, and you'll be able to link them up in the funnel planner later on if you want. When you've created it, publish it at the path 7 tips thank you. Okay, now it's time to create your privacy policy page. This is super easy because we've made a general privacy policy page for you, so you don't have to worry about sorting it out on your own. This is a legal document, so we need to make clear. It's your responsibility to make sure this covers all the rules and regulations for the territory where your company is founded. This is a very basic policy, and while it should cover your needs for this funnel, we're not lawyers and we don't claim to be, so do your due diligence. We're not taking responsibility or indemnifying you or your business from any consequences of using this policy. Right, now that's out of the way, in the dashboard, navigate to your funnel screen. Then click Import Page. When the dialog appears, enter the privacy policy share code you'll find in your funnel pack. Then enter privacy policy as the page name. Then click Import. You now have a privacy policy page in your funnel. Open your new privacy policy page in the page builder. So this general policy essentially says you'll be collecting personal details on this page, you'll use cookies and may use third-party services for things like tracking and marketing, you might use the information you get to send them marketing and transactional messages, you do your best to keep their data secure, and you'll let them know if the policy is ever updated. Some sections of the policy need you to edit them to fit your details, and these have been marked in red. Don't forget to check the mobile version after you've made your changes. Depending on how long they were, you may need to make the text box a bit bigger. When you've done that, hit Save, and then publish your page using privacy policy as the path. So now we've got the privacy policy, we need to link to it from the squeeze page. Pretty much any source of paid traffic, like Facebook or AdWords, requires that you have a privacy policy link on pages that you advertise on. So open up your squeeze page in the page builder. Then highlight the privacy policy text. Click the Hyperlink button in the text toolbar. In the dialog, add the link to where you published your privacy policy in the link box. Then click Save. You'll see that your privacy policy text is now underlined to show that it's a link. Publish your page again, and Convertri will update your page. Okay, now your page is created, let's sort out the form. These instructions show you how to create a form and a list in MailChimp. Depending on what autoresponder you're using, it might be a bit different. So first of all, log into your MailChimp account and then click Lists. Then click Create List just under your name. In the next screen, add the list setup details. You'll need to add your list name, default from email, default from name, and what to say to remind people how they signed up to your list. When you're done, just click Save. On the next screen, you can import any subscribers you already have. Next, we need to configure MailChimp's sign-up form to choose the fields we need. So click Sign Up Forms. And select General Forms. And select Form Builder. So for our simple squeeze page, we just need an email, no first name, last name, or any other info, so go ahead and delete these fields. This isn't exactly essential. We only have an email form on our page anyway, so there's nowhere to put extra information. But it's good to know for future pages. This is where you'd add the extra fields you might need so that you can map them to your Convertri form elements in the next step. MailChimp will save your form automatically, so when you're done, it's time to plug it all together. So back in the Convertri dashboard, click on Account in the top of your dashboard, and then click Integrations. Find MailChimp in the Autoresponders section and click Set Up. Click on Connect Your Account, and this will take you to the MailChimp login screen. Enter your login credentials and click Login. You should be taken back to Convertri and see a success message. So when you're ready, navigate to your squeeze page and open it up in the page builder. Click on Forms in the top toolbar. And in the Forms dialog, click on Autoresponders, then MailChimp. Choose the list you just created from the drop-down. Now it's time to map the form inputs to their corresponding fields in MailChimp. This is where, for more complex forms, you'd be mapping things like first name, last name, etc. But for this example, we've only got one email input on our squeeze page, and now in MailChimp, and this is a fixed field, so it should map automatically. Next, you'll need to configure your post-submission redirect URL. This is the page your prospects will be taken to once they sign up to your list. So click Post-Submission Redirect on the left-hand menu in the Configure Form dialog. And then enter the path of your thank you page. Or you could enter any website like Google or YouTube. When you're finished, just click Done. If everything went through correctly, you'll see a red check mark on the Forms button in the top toolbar. This shows that there's a form currently configured to your page. Next, click your Email Sign-up form element. Then click Form Field Settings in the Properties panel. Assign a field type by clicking the drop-down. All available form elements, i.e. all the ones you set up in MailChimp, will be in bold. Again, we have only one, so choose Email. What's happening here is that you're basically telling MailChimp the text people enter in this box is an email address. With more complex forms, you'll have to assign other values to different text boxes, so MailChimp, or any other connected service, knows the difference between a first name, a last name, a favourite colour, or so on. Next, check the Required box to make this a required field, and you can choose to validate the email address. Click on Publish to update your changes. And that's it, your form is now configured to your squeeze page, and anyone who enters their email in the sign-up box will be subscribed to your MailChimp list. Want to test it? Simply hit View on your published page, and enter your own email address. Hit your download button, and you should be taken to the thank you page you configured. In another tab, you can refresh your MailChimp list and you'll see one subscriber. It's you! Congratulations, you've made a simple funnel. So what's next? Why not collect leads? This funnel is entirely yours after all. Simply add the download link for your lead magnet to your thank you page and send over some traffic. Or you could make another funnel. Why not try it out with your own idea? You could play around with forms and add more fields like first name, last name, address, a favourite colour. It's up to you. Remember, you need to map form values in 3 locations: your autoresponder sign-up form, the Forms dialog in the page builder, and then the Properties panel of your individual form elements. Or you could ask us a question. We're here to help. Simply email support@convertri.com or join the Facebook group for some advice at facebook.com/groups/Convertri.